Yeah, we are live. We are live. We are back. Beach Coast TV, episode 3, featuring the ETC founder, Zaya himself. Should be a goodie. And
Let me talk to you.
without further ado, he's the Crave's own Zaya.
Yeah.
What's good? What's good?
What's poppin', man?
Ain't nothing. Chilling. Another beautiful Friday. Let's see
Another
who we got.
beautiful Friday.
We got Smokey in the building. Money Fresh, Pebs,
Salutes.
Cody Sosa. Who else? Who else? We got El Dorado Kid in the building. What's good, bro? J Fan, Hella Lace, Jay Caster, Scuba Steve, Chung in the building. So much so. What's good? All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
we live. Jake has we live, man.
Yeah, we live.
We live.
How's the weather down there, bro?
Boy, hot.
It's about to rain now.
Not even though. It's always the thing. Our problem is that it's humidity.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
So worse than us too. So I already know.
Where are you at?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. All right. Is it humidity or is it just straight heat? I think the straight heat comes when you get more towards like the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
That is just like straight heat.
Yeah, we get some humidity. So like today we felt it at the ballpark, like baseball. Like it wasn't hot, but it was just muggy. Like, man, we got I'm in the shade and still sweating. I'm like, yo, it's hot out here. But I mean,
You know it's hot when you're in the shade and you're still sweating out that motherfucker.
what's good, Joe? Let's see in the chat. But yo, I'd rather deal with this than the those blizzards in the city.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100. I'll never reside in a state that gets snow.
Yo, I don't miss like 2 or 3 days after, and you walk in that dirty slush, and it's like,
Shit is gross, bro.
food.
And that shit definitely ain't good for no sneakerhead. I tell you that. Leather or suede.
What's good, Socratic? Yeah, he said it's weird saying Zay as a guest since he's always the host on his own thing. Glad to see him alive after the SWAT situation. And that joint was crazy, bro.
Yo, you seen the SWAT? Bruh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I said it was always gonna happen. It only took 3 HSs, okay? Because it was HS3. I thought I was gonna get swatted HS1. It didn't happen.
So, because it was right after the battle, so I dozed off.
No, it was in the battle.
Oh, it was in
you
the
talk about the SWAT. The SWAT happened in the battle, the last round. Matter of fact, I stand corrected. The battle was already over.
That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is that people like at the very end donated a bunch of questions. You know what I'm saying? So I felt bad that the battle was going to end, and then I was going to have to refund people. And I'm like, damn, like it kind of was a low battle anyway. So I told the battle, like, yo, if you're willing to work for extra credit points, right, extra rounds, I'll just give y'all the bread. Whatever bread came in, I'll give it to you. Yeah. And there was like I think there was like a two $5 questions, a $10 and a $20. So I think they made more money off the extra questions at the end than they made off the actual battle.
Yeah, so I dozed off, and when I woke up, I like, because we got the Beast Coast, we got a group chat on the phone, and Fotis was like, "Yo, Zay got swatted." So I was like, "What?" Wiped my eye. I was like, "Yo,
like what the fuck?" In the middle of the night, bro. Bundy lit, G Money heated.
What's good?
Right.
What's up?
Salute to G Money, but he lost that one, so he was tight.
Yeah.
Bundy was lit, and the fucking police was at the door, man. Get on the motherfucking floor. I wish they would have threw me on the ground inside the apartment. You know? At the same time, I'm definitely gonna always follow the rules because I ain't trying to get shot. As soon as the niggas started saying, yo, you gotta come out into the hallway, because I was just gonna stand there. Like, let them come in and get on the ground. But no, unfortunately they took me in the hallway. So hopefully we get
you move. He's like, let me get this on full screen.
Let me get it on full screen. And then freaking I believe Mo Kicks was up on the panel. And sometimes when you're doing StreamYard and somebody loses their reception, it'll drop them out, but it'll drop them back in. That's why the screen went from full screen to smaller, because Mo King dropped out and then he came back in.
Oh,
but listen, to me it's better because it's better than the HS2 when I got the wellness check and they busted in the door, because I was fucked up and the camera was pointing upward. So I didn't even get that one. So I always said, bro, nah, the next one, I'm gonna make sure that I get it. So don't get me wrong. To the salute to the Orlando Police Department, I was gonna come out with my hands up, but I was gonna make sure we got the shot. Okay.
And
I at least got them coming in and clearing the apartment.
Yo, they came in that joint straight off the SWAT show, like around the corner. I was like,
that shit was nuts, bro. That shit was nuts. I don't. Hey, listen, I love every minute of it.
Yeah, I was because one of the file, like I think might have been yesterday. I was like, yo, Zaya lives for this joint. He knows.
I live for this. Now, don't get me wrong. You don't hit the same afterwards, because technically, once the SWAT comes and I explain to them that somebody is fucking with them and pranking them using me, then now what they do is they call, and they call multiple times a day, every day since they've been swatting us. So every time a report goes in, even if I told them Higgins 100 times, I'm good, they still got to call, and they be saying all types of shit. They be saying that, it's I'm mad. I killed Pebs. You feel me? I'm tight. I'm going through some shit. I'm about to blow up the building, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, damn.
Appreciate that, Chung. Nah, that's my son sneezing, bro.
Shout out to Chung, man.
Yo, Chung going through the ringer too, but
for real, Chung, did you in New York dad work that shit out or what, man?
How about you mentioned it yesterday? It was like, yo, ain't no way.
I was anticipating that, before them Higgins get cool, I got to run the clip. So I made sure I ran the clip this morning.
I was like, there's no way this dude is like, yo, ringing everybody up. Yo, we out of here. I can't see that.
It was crazy. Listen, don't get me wrong, Papa. Listen, sometimes that's how it be. All right. It has happened before where motherfuckers say, you know what? We ain't fucking with this nigga. We out. And a bunch of niggas leave. That shit happened to me.
What's good, Jorge? Yo, so like with this, right? It's like, cause I stepped away from the battle thing, the whole Mahalo thing. We went on, stepped away. So I was like, I don't want to just.
So what was it that was going on? What was happening is that you were one of the platforms that was hosting the battles. It was you. It was I believe Mello, and it was Sneaker Jets.
Yeah. So long story short, there was, I guess you could say, creative differences and.
Okay. Sometimes that happens.
Difference of opinions, which is fine, but I guess I don't know everyone's on the same page on their side, because we like me, mainly me and I collect, and then Greedy threw a lot of ideas our way too. So we brought this is what we think, blah 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 blah, and then because it was their joint, so. I don't know.
Oh, got you. It's more like they joined you. You was more so bringing some ideas, and it just wasn't getting picked up.
Yeah, and it was like I was respecting what they had going on. We just here to help. It wasn't because we were cool before everybody had clicks or whatever. We was 2019, 2020. In your chat, Skinny's chat, Henry's chat. It was everywhere before everyone had their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit, that's how it happened in life. That's how it happens in life, man. It'd be one, we might all be one collective group, and then, because of creative differences, now you have different pieces that, kind of break off and form their own. Which, let me tell you something, regardless of whatever drama I may have with anybody, like that's the part that I love the most. About creating something and then it forms into something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really think about it. So that's one of the things that I like.
I was trying to find the live, because it was on the 2 Alpha TV live. I couldn't find it though, because it was Tony got mad videos. But you was on there. Leo 2 Live was on there. We're just talking about content creators, how long they've been doing it, blah 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 blah. And it was the first time I showed face, and Tony was like, "You ain't have E1 show face yet, blah blah blah." And I was just like telling y'all, like, you guys, like, you don't see it till after the fact, but you guys pretty much, it's like you guys have your blueprint, and the rest of us who go live or become content creators after that, we pick off what we learn from everybody else. So of course you're gonna see similarities throughout all the channels. So you have other people saying, "Oh, you built off Zaya, you built off this, you built off that." Yo, it all come from somewhere. We're not gonna have the same. Like I can't go live and freestyle the whole thing and carry it on like you can. So I'm gonna do it the way I can, with what I've learned from watching everybody else. So
Yeah, that's what's up. Nah, yeah. To me, the live stream is supposed to be a reflection of you anyway.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, no offense to nobody, but like the live stream is supposed to be about what interests you. Right now, to me, on a Friday, you chilling, you hanging out, you trying to have a conversation with me. Yo, let's live stream the shit while we talking.
right.
To me, that's a simple blueprint. You know, you creating the content that you think is entertaining to you first and foremost. If you create it for yourself first, and then you just share with other people, you'll never have to run into instances where you feel the pressure.
Right.
Because there's no pressure in being you. You know what I mean? You woke up yourself. If there's one person that you know how to play well, it's you. So just be you and let whoever gravitates towards you based off you, then you let that happen. You know what I'm saying?
We're
In some
not active.
instances, there's people that won't gravitate towards me, but they might see this in there and they say, you know what? I like E1. He a little different type of. I'm gonna go fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. It's all about, you know, us creating that content for people to watch, and then people gravitating towards what they want to watch on a Friday. You know, or any day for that matter.
Yo, so on the sneaker tip, what was the first sneaker that drew your interest and like really kicked off your I guess you had a passion for it. It's not as strong as it used to be, but
So the passion for me started really watching, like, we grew up in the Michael Jordan era.
right.
You know, and there were some really good players. I say Michael Jordan era, but there were so many other players that were good during that era that made basketball fun to watch, at least for me growing up.
Right.
So that's where it kind of started. You don't realize it, but you're idolizing the sort of like the swagger of the player. Each one of them players has like a different look, a different way that they maneuver and stuff like that, you know? So it translates from the ball court, you know, because I remember us watching NBA games and then the games would be over. And, you know, me and my cousins, we would go to the park to play ball for the rest of the day.
And then you see people with the same shoes.
And you see people, yeah. And then that's how you get to start seeing sneakers. Because remember, back in the day, not like now, before the game even starts, they focusing in on all the players' sneakers to show you who's wearing what. They didn't have that back then. So you had to like be really looking and say, oh shit, like look at that sneaker right there. You know? So it had to really,
it wasn't HD either back then.
It wasn't HD either. Yeah. So to me, it had to really stand out flashy. That's what drew my attention. And the first shoe was the Reebok Kamikaze 1. Sean Kemp. Of all people, right? Of all people, because he's already gonna highlight Duncan. So he's gonna get like that spotlight look to where he's constantly getting them replays during the game. And the replay, you could see the sneakers.
In slow-mo, so you could really...
In slow-mo, he flying in the air, dunking, and you see, and you look at the sneaker, and remember, it's just a zigzag.
Mm-hmm.
And you just look at that, and you're like, what is that? You know, and then he's jumping out the gym. I'm a ball player. First thing I'm thinking is, it gotta be the shoes. How's he jumping like that? How's he slamming like that? Like, and so that was the first one. Sean Kemp. That was when he was with Seattle Supersonics. Gary Payton. I believe, bro. I believe that there's I hope I'm not wrong, but I believe that the Reebok Kamikaze 1 was worn during the game where Gary Payton threw him the alley-oop, and he swung around the rim. He dunked it and he swung around the rim and then let go as if he had wings. And I was like, yo, I need those sneakers, bro.
Like that. It looked like he was flat like that when he went on the backboard.
I said I need those sneakers. So then that was the first time, right? So then you start to see that sneaker. Like, it's starting to play in my brain. I want that sneaker. Then that sneaker's so fire. And then the commercial comes out and he playing the devil. And then he goes up and he dunks and the devil explodes. And I said, bro, I need the sneakers. I need the sneakers. The only fucked up part was that back then, I believe Jordans were like $80, you know, and that was expensive.
It was a good top.
You know? So my mama definitely wasn't coming up off no J's or nothing like that. I never had no J's, right? But I definitely pleaded, okay? The Kamikaze, when the Jordan was like $80, $90, the Kamikaze was like $125, $130 with tax, which was beyond bananas, bro. Like
for a Reebok,
a Reebok at that. That's not even a Nike, like not a Nike, not a Jordan, nothing. It's a Reebok, you know. And I begged and I pleaded, and my mama got me though. And bro, the rest is history. I wore them hosts for school. I wore them after school. I wore them to the ball court. And for some odd reason, I feel like we live in a time now where they just don't build shit to last because the money is in not lasting, and then you have to buy another one, right?
Yep.
But I believe that them joints back then, bro. Like I used to put, like I played ball. I wore them as my school sneakers, and even when I got home from school, I still wore the sneakers, and I just didn't feel like they were wearing out. I felt like they lasted forever.
Zay, gather all them shoes and get your ass in the ring. I'm waiting. You know.
Oh man, them days. Yo, matter of fact, listen, I do want to battle though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I do want to battle.
It's crazy you bring that up because you brought it up on your live, and
I did. I do want to battle, but I like. Let's put it this way, right? Because of all the drama that be going around, right? Motherfuckers saying that I be abusing women, right? I want to battle a female. But Jules, I want to battle with your collection.
What?
So I want to battle with your GS's. Jules got the whole joint. Ooh, look, it looked nice. Now she cleaned it up. Woo! I'm ready to battle, baby. I can battle with this. Okay. And matter of fact, I'm thinking about even a regular battle because Jules got joints. All right. There's some joints back here. All right. That are not GS sizes. All this right here, none of this shit is GS right here. Okay.
Oh, some of them up there.
Some of them up top, but like mainly all these. So you got a nice little amount.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be that type of person. Do you know how many you got in total? Do you know where you around?
Probably like 100.
Probably like 100.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get a spreadsheet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on mine, greedy, because greedy mad organized. He's like, yo, you gotta have joints listed so you know what you got.
The thing is that getting a spreadsheet done is easier said than done. All right.
I know. I've been procrastinating for a minute.
I think I've been telling Jules about the spreadsheet shit for like 2 fucking years now, and Jules don't got no fucking spreadsheet, man.
No, you just go on Google Doc on the phone. You're on the phone anyway.
Jules, you hear how he talking?
No, hold on.
Do you hear when you were telling me something before? I was like, yo, bro, but get in your phone and make a note so you can remember to do this. And so he said it too.
All right, but listen, hold on. Feet, shout outs to Feet. She actually is doing something with a company, and I think that you could keep track of your sneakers through an app. So check out Feet's page. Her Instagram.
The only problem is that you still got to do the work in accessing the app and putting it in.
Yeah.
Now, it would be different if the app just lets you take a picture and do all the work.
I don't know, but I know that
would be a good app. That would be a good app. You know, it gotta do the work for you. That's the part where the ladies. You feel me? No, listen, and not even only Jules. I'm the same way because there's plenty of times that I'll look to, and there's still stuff that is not listed, and I'm like, how is this possible? If I always create time to be listing stuff, and I still have shit to list.
Yo, J Cat said this is like a throwback ETC episode.
You feel me? We in this bitch, man.
Yo, so yo, you mentioned having that one sneaker, right? So I remember my mom used to be like, because I went to a Catholic school, so she was like, since you wear shoes most of the year, you get one brand new pair of sneakers. You know, at the beginning of the school year, and then I won't get another one till like the summertime, bro. But those sneakers, like you said, lasted longer than why you was walking everywhere, playing ball.
Hell yeah.
Yo, these joints, like I'm in retail, so my joints be leaning after like 3 months. I'm like, yo, I'm just in the building. I'm even outside. Or even with my son's shoes, them joints, I'm like, yo, you just going to school. Recess ain't that serious. Why your joints look like somebody's like muscle bound? You know what it is? Don't get me wrong. Like kids are never good at taking care of anything, right? Now we look back and we're like, damn, like, you know, now we look and we understand what our parents were telling us. We did the same thing. At the same time, the kicks, I don't think they built the last, bro. I feel like them should be falling apart faster. I got kamikazes, original kamikazes that ain't falling apart.
Yeah.
Bro, and that's the 90s.
Yeah.
And then you could turn around and I got them Barclays that I got them whatever.
And you keep wearing them.
Bro, they're already detaching. No, the Barclays, that's like a retro.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like the second or third retro. And I wore them. I just got them a couple of years ago. And the other day I looked down and them hoses detaching. And I'm like, what the hell going on?
Oh, you talking about the CB34?
The CB34s. Yeah, I got a black pair. Them hoses falling apart, bro. Them hoses falling apart. What was the other sneaker? I went to the outlet the other day. And the whole joint, I'm lucky that I got to the outlet. I walked around and I got back. As soon as I got back to the studio, the whole bottom came off.
Yo,
I think it was the Sprite.
This was 2015.
My LeBron Sprites.
Stop it.
I'm trying to tell you, sister, they ain't building them like that.
Oh, you showed them joints.
I showed them. I took that. I was live. I took it off. I said, "Yo, this is crazy." The whole joint came up.
They're not that old.
Yeah, nah, they don't make them like they used to. Yo, it's funny you should say that, right? About getting the shoes every year, right? Like I got lucky. There was probably like a year, 2 year span there where my mama was doing her thing, right? Whatever job she had, it was a good job.
Yeah.
So she hit grandma with the, yo, get that boy some sneakers and some boots.
Oh,
Right. So I was like, ooh, sneakers and boots, your boy gonna be looking fly. And my bitch of a grandmother, excuse my language, man, she made me wear the sneakers. No, she made me wear the boots the first year. And she held the sneakers. This is when Feli first came out with sneakers. When Feli first came out with sneakers, I think it was like a high top. It was like red, white and red.
Yeah.
And my mama said, yo, get them joints right there and you're going to get some boots. So I was like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I mean? And then my bitch of a grandmother, she made me wear the boots the whole first year. She didn't even give me the Feli's to the next year.
Damn.
Cold-blooded, bro.
Did you dirty?
Yeah.
You dirty.
That's fine. I'm going to see you in hell, bro.
But remember when you did that to me?
Yeah, remember the sneakers that you held for the full year? You gave it to me the next year when they wasn't fucking with Feli no more? No, I think they was fucking with Feli for a little bit. But, you know, like by that time, it's just like, bro, like, you know, and she made me wear boots for the whole year, which in New York, that's not that hard to pass off.
Yeah, but it made you look late when you had them early.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then in New York, you know, obviously school starts in September. You know, September, October, it's already cold. Mm-hmm. You know, by the time you're getting out of school, even April, May, it's still, you know, it's still got they nippy days. Yeah. So, you know, your boy had to wear boots the whole year, and that shit just sucked. You know, it just sucked. The year that I got the Kemsto, oh my God.
They couldn't tell you.
I remember I had to lie to my grandmother, like, and I don't know how old you are. I'm 43, right?
41.
So,
41. All
right. So today is called Payless. Back in the day, it was called Favor. You know what I mean? And I remember my mom telling me like, yo, bro, you're going to have to lie to your grandmother and tell her they from Favor. Because if not, your grandmother going to take them back.
Because they were in Queens, Brooklyn, and Jersey.
Yeah, I lived in Queens. I lived in Queens Village.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not too far from like Jamaica, like where all the stores and shit is at.
Yeah.
I remember. Like the thing is that like every time I visit New York and I walk through there, you know, a lot has changed. But I know the spot that she bought the sneakers. You know, it might be something totally different now. Like I think last time I went, I think it was like a beef patty shop or some shit like that. But it used to be, you know, even and it wasn't even a store where like it had the brick and mortar. Right. It was just like the booths and shit, and motherfuckers had their sneakers. You know what I mean? Like, and boy, I remember seeing them joints, and when my mama seen the price, she said, "Boy, $125 for sneakers. On top of that, some tax on there. Yeah. Boy, you better make these last right here, and don't tell your grandmother." Yeah. And boy, oh boy, that's what started it all for me. And Joe, even down to, you know, me watching the game, you know, I finally got the sneakers on. I'm watching the game, and then we go to the park afterward. That was the first time I ever got picked up for full court, but the big league, whoever was the bigger people playing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And lucky that, you know, I knew how to play. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like the fucking super nicest in the world, but I knew how to play to the point where I could hold my own, going back and forth. You know, I might get off a couple shots. Lucky I made a couple shots, and the sneakers made it look that much better.
Because it's not like now people come with the whole Jordan outfit. You know, the
whole joint. Yeah. Nah, to me, I never gravitated towards like the full coming through in the full uniform. That was never me. To me, the sneakers is always what stood out.
The sneakers, the Ola
sneakers,
shorts.
Some shabby shorts, a white tee, let's ball. You feel me? I think maybe once or twice, like I had a little time there where I had a Brent Barry jersey when he was on the Clippers. Yeah. And this is when he was dunking and doing this thing back in the day. So I had a little stint where I had the jersey stint where I had the Barry jersey. But for the most part, bro, always t-shirt, shorts, and just let your sneakers talk for you, bro. Word. Always have some nice shit on feet. You know what I'm saying? Always make sure you're ready to go.
Yo, cause my older brother, so this was 2010. And he was like, yo, because so I didn't think they were going to play basketball, right? So this is a lesson learned from like my older brother. He's 48 now. So I had this powder blue polo shirt with a navy blue collar. It was 2010 because I had the Flint 13s without the 3M. And I had some cargo shorts. So, you know, go to the basketball court. I'm just thinking it's going to be him, my nephew, and whoever else was out there, right? So my brother, so it's him and my nephew, and then my boy that worked for me, he lived in the neighborhood, so it's him and his dad, and then they picked somebody else up, and then my brother's like, yeah, I got E. Yo, who said I was playing, bro? He was like, you on the court? He said, you think you're gonna rock Jordan sneakers in his watch?
Oh,
Yeah. So polo shirt, Jordan 13s, big body in the lane, son.
nice.
I had the Charles Oakley them boys out there.
That's wild, bro. Listen, that's better than, remember that first year I had to wear the boots. I had the ball in the boots, bro. I had the ball in the boots, man. She was
Yeah,
crazy, bro. Some
so
Tims, imagine. And that's why when I see motherfuckers balling in some Tims, like I could say that I experienced that.
yo,
You
I
know what I'm
never,
saying? Not
I've
because I
seen it.
wanted to, because I ain't have it.
You had to. Your grandmother made you, son.
Grandma made. Well, she didn't make me. She just said that's what you wearing. You're not getting the sneakers until next year. And I'm like, but my mama told me that I could get the sneakers in the boots.
Yo, she both
But
got it.
how do I got that? Get your ass on, boy. You gonna wear them damn boots?
Yeah, so like so I think it came in two phases. So like we had to watch the players play to see what was coming out next.
Yeah.
Right? So that, and then it happened again with
You was hoping to get a glance, and it
Yeah.
couldn't be. You had to be careful too, because you might get a glance, but it might be in the newspaper, and then you don't even know if the photo's in black and white or if it's in color. A lot of times, the photos wasn't in color, bro. So you would see the sneaker, and you would only be able to see the silhouette. You wouldn't even know what the colorway was.
Like if it was a
And
Daily
back
News or
then,
New
they
York
didn't release a
Post.
lot of colorways, bro. Like you maybe got like 2
Three.
colorways for the season, 3 colorways, and then you got a playoff colorway.
Yeah.
And that was it for the whole year. Now they make
Every
an
week.
abundance of colorways all year round.
Yeah.
You got multiple playoff shoes. Sometimes these players got shoes for the one game.
Or the home and away.
Exactly. Yeah.
So then it happened again, and I want to say the 2010s, like KDs, Kyries, and I was like, I never. So my boy Angelo, he was big on the KDs, and they were like what $85-$95. He had mad
Yeah.
colors. So I was like, I can't get with it. Like that's a performance shoe. He was like, nah, the elite socks that's rocking the elite socks with your jeans tucked in it and some
Yep.
KDs. So now I was
that's when the Kobe's had that fucking thick ass foam that you could pull out and put another one in. Like what the fuck?
So it was like that generation was watching the players with the sneak, kind of like when we were coming up.
Yeah.
But now everything's digital. Now everything's on the app, and then half the sneakers look whack. Like some of them look whack on the app because you're going based off a computer generated picture. You don't know what you like on the sneakers app. You hope you like it when it comes in.
Yeah.
I remember back in 2010, Zay had a video where he was watching that Christmas game with the Lakers. And if you know Zay, he don't watch sports. He tuned in to see what Kobe had on feet, and it was the Grinches.
Yo, that's funny because I think I did a Throwback Thursday yesterday, and I think I passed by there. I think I passed by that video that he's talking about. There was another one where it was LeBron's, and I think I was watching a LeBron game, and then I put out all the LeBrons that I had in my collection at that moment.
G Money, what's good?
G Money, what up, man?
If I was able to find my black top Reebok from '91, sheesh, they don't make the kicks like they used to. Like the
Nah, they definitely don't.
Everything's just we hope to see it again, and it's just to see because it's not going to even feel the same.
Nah, not at all. I don't know. Yo, you think that they put do they put the same performance tech in the sneakers? I don't think so. I feel like our sneakers that we buy in like a Foot Locker is like a dumbed down version of what's on the court.
Yeah, it is,
right?
And I don't even know that because I got the UNC 3s.
Yeah.
And I have the UNC 3 PE because my cousin played for North Carolina.
Probably totally different. The PE probably is like super soft,
mad cushion,
plush, mad cushion.
Yeah, it's not even.
And the one you buy in the fucking store, no, I don't know mierda, bro.
it's the no frills, bro.
That's wild, bro.
So like I said, I had asked you, what's off the table. You was like, yo, ask me anything. I was like, why didn't I ask that to him? Because he's the guy that.
You ask me whatever, Papa. I'm an open book, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go into the this or that section, and then we'll hit the timeline.
All right, cool.
So this or that, you've seen Drink Champs, right?
Yeah.
And they got Quick Time with Slime, but we're not drinking, and there's no both.
Okay.
One or the other. Sneaker Con or Kicks for Your Soul?
I would say SneakerCon. Only because of if we put them side by side right now, SneakerCon is the one that you're gonna get the most out of. Can Kicks for Your Soul be a SneakerCon? Yeah, 100%.
Working his way there.
Yeah, you're working your way there. And once you get to the top, then everybody wants to go to yours. You know, you don't become the event that people, oh well, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like SneakerCon is one that, you know, even if you're not going for the sneakers, you're going for the link up. You know, there's other motherfuckers there. There's people coming from, you know, other states.
This dude, like, I think Zay interviewed Dwight Howard before he was removed.
I don't think I ever got to interview. Well, I guess you could say that, yeah. You know, again, you gotta like the finished product that y'all see at the end. You got to remember that I'm actually there doing it.
Yeah.
And what he's talking about is the Dwight Howard commercial that I did back in the day, and they had me doing that commercial. You know how when they be like, cut,
Yeah.
bruh, Dwight Howard running late. He probably not even running late. That he probably picking his ass. He don't give a fuck. He moving at his time because he's a star, right? You know what they had me doing? They had me in the back. Hey, can you say it again? Cut. Can you say it again? Just trying to buy time till he got there. And the fucked up thing is that the one that they picked, the footage that they picked, I fucked up on the footage. It's because I just said this line 7,000 times, and you telling me to say it again when I cracked that hole out on the first one. You know, I cracked it out on the first one. They used like the last one where I was already tired, and then Dwight Howard is showing up like, "Oh, what up?"
Yeah, like, come on, man. I've been here saying the same line.
You know, and then I tried to, like, when I seen it, you know, I'm trying to stay in character. You know, but I really want to say, where the fuck you been at? You feel me? If you was gonna come, this is probably why they've been making me do this so many times.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's your fault. But let's get to it. You know what I mean? But it was a good experience, man. Yeah, I got to sit with Dwight Howard. I remember without even Dwight Howard, because Dwight Howard is the one that was able to put the idea into motion. Yeah. And then technically the only really thing I got directly from him after that was a signature. He signed one of the sneakers. Okay. The folks that took care of me was Adidas. Adidas is who took care of me. They put money in my pocket. Right. They gave me gift cards. They gave me free clothes, free sneakers. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the opportunity to meet Dwight Howard. Yeah. You know, but what he gave me was he signed my sneakers. And that I think there's footage of that. There's footage of that in the commercial. There's footage of that around where I'm standing next to him he's doing a signing at like one of the outlet stores out here. Okay. And I walked out with him, and then, you know, we chilled. He gave me the signature, and then, you know, I let him do his thing.
Beer or liquor?
Beer.
Applebee's or Red Robin?
Applebee's. I used to fuck with the double crunch wings, but I definitely want to tell Applebee's salutes to them, but they done fell off. You know, my love for the double crunch wings is gone. I really go off for the half off apps. Okay, the beer pretzels, the wonton tacos. Okay, and then, you know, I might get the boneless with the Parmesan garlic. Yeah, definitely Applebee's. I tried Red Robin though the other day.
That's why I said that. I was like,
bro, they got the broccoli with the Parmesan on top. Ah. It's so good, bro. It's so good. Broccoli and some ribs. But I'll definitely go with Applebee's.
The Chinese buffet or Golden Corral?
Golden Corral. The reason I'm going to say Golden Corral, right? The Chinese buffets that we've gone to, bro, for me, I told Pebs this. I feel like they've fallen off. Number one, we've gone to a Chinese buffet, come home, and been sick. Another Chinese buffet, the motherfuckers put their own tip on there. You know how I'm about the tip. Okay? That's for me to decide on what you get. You can't decide it. Because then if you decide it, then that means that you're doing whatever the fuck you want up in here. Because you already know the tip coming. Okay? So I've had one where they do their own tip. I've had one where me and Peps got sick from the food, you know, and most of the other ones, like, I just feel like, you know, it just be like, man, you know, like, I don't like the food when it's just chilling there, you know, just warming up, staying warm all day. If we do a Chinese buffet, you got to show me that there's traffic moving in and out of here, because that means that they're refreshing the food. Right. If you go into a joint that's slow, no. So I definitely rather go to Golden Corral, especially the Golden Corral where I live at. So I live in the touristy part of Orlando now, right? And our Golden Corral is popping every night. Okay, so the food is fresh. All right, some of y'all might not like Golden Corral, but I'm saying you got to try Golden Corral that's moving units, right? When they move in units, the food tastes different.
It's
Tastes much better.
It's fresh off the grill. It's like
Fresh. Yeah, fresh.
live streams or IRL streams?
Live streams. As much as I would love to say IRL streams, I can only use myself as an example, right? IRL streams, I'd much rather do IRL streams, like if the money was right, but I follow the money. And I'm best at a fucking table, at a some people say tabletop lives, the tabletop, the fucking coffee table inside the four walls. That is where I do best, right? When I go out and I risk myself for $3 for a motherfucker to, do the N-word, the hard ER, and let that shit ring on a fucking loudspeaker, it just seems like, like I'm not making a good amount of money off of this. I'm only making $9, $6. And meanwhile, a motherfucker got off 2-3 times with the hard ER, and a motherfucker might be looking at me to want to kill me. So to me, it's not worth it. I like doing IRL though. I like going outside. You know what I mean? Although I could be a homebody, I definitely like going outside. And I wish I could go outside and make hundreds of dollars. I would never come back inside. But unfortunately, I got to stay inside, man. That's where the money make at inside. Money. Yeah.
90s basketball kicks or Nike SBs? I did a little bit of homework.
Man, that one's wild right there. You see. Damn, bro. Like, I feel stupid because I want to say Nike SB because I love the concepts. I love when a sneaker has a nickname, a concept, and there are way more nicknames and concepts for the Nike SB line than there were for the original 90s basketball sneaker. Right. Back in the day, it was just the Michael Jordan, the Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was, because 90s is really basketball. So you're really attaching it to a player.
Like the Jason Kids, even though they were never
Jason Kids. It was whatever the player was. That's what the name of the sneaker was. Okay, the Charles Barkley's, and then they might say, "Oh well, what model is it? A CB94, a CB34." You know what I'm saying, like that. But Nike SB, every single one has a concept. There are very few that I guess they just put out because it's a colorway. And even in them instances, I would always say, well, that's the ability for now you to nickname it. Because they don't got no official nickname. So that means it's whatever you think it is. Right. But I'm going to say Nike SB. The only thing that bothers me is that 90s basketball is what put me on. So I wouldn't even know about Nike SB if it wasn't for 90s basketball. Salutes. Channel Chilltown. What it do?
What's good, bro?
Salutes, man. I'll say Nike SB.
Nike SB? All right.
Yeah.
Ripping the white tees or licking sneaker bottoms?
Damn. I'm gonna say ripping the white tees. Ripping the white tees at the very least may have, given me like bruises on my hands, right? Because at some point, like a lot of them tees don't rip, bro. Yo. And I always put my full force in every single one of them tees. So like, after a while, like sometimes you go to pull it and it don't pull and you still trying to pull. So you're going to fuck up your hands. But if I compare it to the liquor, a lot of them times me drinking like that probably wasn't good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like any good stream that had me drinking liquor, I never came back the next day because I always had to take a day off.
Yo, and that's what led you to just like Thursday, Friday, Saturday drinking, right?
No, it was really the coronavirus when they told me I had diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Like I know myself, and like I don't like going to the doctor. I feel like it's like going to the mechanic. They're gonna find something wrong with you. Always. It's not to their benefit for them to bring the car in and then your car is perfect. No, they got to get you somehow. We got to change some fucking something on that motherfucker. So I feel like the doctors be like that. They always feel like they got to put you on something. They can't give you like a more productive way. There's not a more productive way to do something. So I don't go to the doctor and he say, you know what? Instead of putting you on these pills, I want you to have a regimen. I want you to do so-and-so amount of push-ups, so-and-so amount of sit-ups, run or walk this amount of time and drink this amount of water. And it will supplement what I want to put in your body. Because what I want to put in your body, like the doctor already made money off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's in the business of making sure you putting something in your body.
So you know what I mean? Put something in his pocket.
Exactly. So that actually came when I had the coronavirus thing. You know what I mean? So when I had the coronavirus, they told me I had diabetes, right? And then I was just like, damn, like I know myself, right? And I know I like to drink. I'm not an alcoholic, you know. I'm not drinking and then fucking beating Jules up and the kids, right? No, I'm a chill drinker, you know, but I can consume, you know, and you know, so what I said was, you know, I can't do that every day. Like eventually I gotta stop. I can't do that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
You know, so at the very least, let me create like at least the safe zone for me to drink, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now I'll drink on Sunday, but it
If you
gotta
have
be whatever's left over.
yeah, you can't go out and
We
buy it.
can't be purchasing on Sunday. And then I definitely cheat like everybody else. And every once in a blue, you might see me on a Monday with a beer
Yeah.
or something like that. But it's whenever it's the day that I'm cheating, I'm not getting hammered.
Yeah.
You know, it might just be that I got an extra beer, it was just in the fridge. I might crack it open, a beer or two or something like that.
The beef with Skinny or the beef with Ron?
Yeah. I want to say the beef
What's good,
with
Tito?
Skinny. The beef with Skinny. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was a crazy time.
Yeah. The beef with Ron was definitely profitable. Okay? Because there's just something about Ron that motherfuckers like to make fun of. You know? But the beef with Skinny was a little more different because it's kind of one of them moments. Like I feel like in YouTube when you're doing, you know, sort of like what me and Skinny do, like you run across times where, like I said before, the group has to you got to shave off players from the
good,
team.
yes.
You know, and the best part about that is that usually the player shaves himself.
Yeah.
When you get into a back and forth with another content creator, you're gonna lose people that fuck with you. You know, it could be 10, it could be 100. You know what I mean? And they're gonna look at the other side and say, I like it better over here. You know? So that's one of them beefs that causes that. I don't think the beef with Ron caused that. It didn't make people leave. Maybe they left him to come to me. Right. You know, that's different. But Skinny's was where it was people that I fucked with and they left me to go over there. And that's when I said, oh shit, this is like one of them things where you gotta just be prepared that, you know, the next time you get into something with somebody, some of these people might drop off. You know what I mean? They might dip out on your ass.
Gucci said the beef had people picking sides.
Yeah, Skinny should have people picking sides. Ron's thing never had nobody picking sides.
Than Ron.
I feel like the sides were already established with Ron, and then, you know, whoever didn't want to stay there, they left. But with Skinny, yeah. And Skinny made it like that. He said, bruh, motherfucker gonna have to pick sides because it's gonna get ugly. And motherfuckers did that, you know? Like, so look, yo, so let me ask you, E1, because were you were originally rocking with Skinny though, right? Yeah. Is that where you started? Where you started like getting into like?
Yo, I'll answer that. Let me ask the last question.
Okay.
And then we'll jump into
that
it. Because that's gonna lead to all the other questions.
All right.
ETC from 2019 to 2021, or ETC 2022 to present?
I want to say the beginning, 2019.
And I do 2019 because that's when I was active in the chats, right? So
I want to say I don't know if it's 2019, but to me, the beginning of coronavirus, when motherfuckers had to stay inside, that's when it was like, yeah, that's when it was really fun.
So like, so to answer your question, so I think it's end of 2018. I know January is my birthday, so it was like end of 2018. I forgot.
January what?
31st.
I'm 23rd.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
All
right.
I'm 23rd, and one of my sons is the 28th.
One of my best friends is the 29th. So
nice.
we went to college in SUNY. We were SUNY Albany, so we used to throw the crazy parties back in the day.
Nice.
But so he used to be Mr. Skinny 803, right? And I only came across his name because it's the first time I ever looked up sneakers. Yeah, Mike G says this song's the 29th. I was looking up sneakers and then I came across like Unbreakable Kicks, Damn D, and then the whole I forgot. Then I think that's when the beginning of the Damn D UBK thing, right? And then I started watching Skinny streams, And I was like, oh, this, and it's like, he's a barber. I was like, let me see if he got skills, because the dudes in the town I was in seeking people up. I'm like, so I had like a little like a little mini fro. So I went out to the barber shop. I had him hit him up on IG. I guess he didn't believe me because he said, "Mad people say that." And I was like, "Mad people not built like we took the trainer out. We'll get a haircut from a certain barber. Like
That's a fact.
people, like especially in South Carolina, we call them chair hoppers. They're not loyal to their barbers. Where we're from, you loyal to your barber because he's the one that could make or break how you look to your next haircut, bro.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
me and my son,
I think my longest, if we was to calculate relationships that you share with another individual, whether it be a wife in your home or a barber that does your hair, I am more loyal to my barber.
Got you, bro.
Okay. I think since I've been to Florida, I've been in Florida for 20 plus years. I've only ever had 3 barbers, and I'm with my 3rd barber.
That's right, Mike G. Tony D led me to Section 8. So I watched Tony D back in the day.
Yeah.
I wasn't really whenever I was on YouTube, I was mainly looking at cars because I was getting into the car scene. So went to Skinny's, get a cut, and then King Kicks, he lived in the same town I was in. So we used to just go, kick it with Skinny, whatever. And then he said, "Yo, so what's going on with you and Zay?" I'm like, "There's somebody else." So he was like, "Yeah, me, Zay, and Tony are cool, blah 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 blah." But he never get into detail. So that's when I didn't know it. I didn't know when I was going to type in the chat for the first time. It was ETC versus Skinny Gang. I'm like, "Yo, what we got YouTube gangs, bro." People, that joint was crazy, and I was like, people can't tell me what I can watch, not watch what chat I can type in, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I definitely never been that type of person. Like, I just don't feel like you have the right to tell the audience who they can watch.
So and I went to find the clip because I remember I sent you a clip, because that's when I learned when you focus on something, you'll read something and you'll make it mean what you want it to mean.
Yeah.
So
we could read the same thing. All of us in here in the chat, everybody, they could give us the same line, and we could all read the same line. And I bet you we all have different perspectives. There might be a couple of us that may have the same type of perspective. We see it the same way, but everybody sees things the way they want to see it.
Because I'm gonna tell you the line. So I forgot what King Cake's post was. Right, it was on IG, and then I was like, would these guys have the same energy if they were in the same room? Because to me, I'm like, yo, this can't be that bad where these guys can't coexist. That was my point of view. Zaya reads it. Oh, so come down to Florida, EW1_kicks, and meet me. I'm like, yo, what is this dude talking about? I was like, yo, this joint is. But look, we broke bread already, and there was, that was the YouTube shit. And this,
that's dope. So we have actually linked up.
Yeah. So, and then this is when people say, "Oh, is he really a real one?" Dude had less than 10 hours notice that I was even in the. It was like 5 hours because I got to Palm Bay at like 6 in the morning to drop my daughter off.
Yeah. And
I chilled with the kids for a little bit. And then I was like, he was like, "Yo, meet us at Golden Corral." I was like, "What's the address?" I'll jump on the highway. Boom. And that was it.
I think Jules was with me, right?
Yeah, Jules and Dom.
There we go.
So that's when we were at Golden Corral. And that one was I too.
Yo, bro, the one by where I'm at, fucking better than that, bro. Better than that by a long slide. Like I didn't for real, I didn't even realize that, which is such a simple concept. Like if I look at any of the spots over there compared them same places, but in different locations. So even the McDonald's over there is better. It's faster. It's moving. They're moving units. Stuff is moving. You know what I'm saying? Like versus you go to a place that something might have been sitting for a little bit. Like
now they got to keep that.
They got to keep it moving. The tourists keep them working all the time, all the time. You know what I'm saying? And there's no place to be, you know, to the point where they're not moving units. No, like there's no place out there that is fucking, you know, like hurting. And if they hurting, they going out of business, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, you heard about Red Lobster?
What?
Bankrupt because of the endless shrimp. The endless shrimp. You know what they fucked up on though? They used to do the endless shrimp once a year, right? When you would go. Yeah. Now the thing is, when you go in, you could get endless shrimp. Technically, you could get it every day. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. The thing is, what you do is you go in there and you pick the shrimp trio, and they'll keep on bringing the shrimp out. Which to me, I was just like, damn, bro, like they must really be running through shrimp. You know, shrimp might just be something that's just, you know, a hot commodity right now. You know what I mean? No, maybe there's an overabundance of shrimp.
Yo, shrimp is dumb high right now compared to what it used to be too.
For real?
Yeah.
You see, they fucked up. They committed to that endless shrimp. But then I'm just like, where the fuck was y'all getting the shrimp the whole time that y'all didn't realize? Like, how do you realize that you in trouble when it's time to go bankrupt? Like, you don't see the numbers going down, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Cut that motherfucking shrimp out. Let them niggas know at the door, bro. We ain't got no more shrimp, man.
Oh, they hoping people ordering other stuff from the menu, and that's not.
Yeah, nah. When I go in there, oh boy, I'm gonna eat shrimp, bro. Just keep bringing them hoes out. Don't ask me, man. Just keep bringing them, man.
So from your collection, right? From your collection, yeah. I know you're not at the crib.
I got a few joints that Jules has though that I either owned or I do own. So depending on the question, I might be able to have it.
Like what? I'm only asking this. That hell they said no more shrimp. Nah, no more shrimp forever.
Yeah, nah, no more shrimp. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, you might want to take your ass down to the Red Lobster, like in the next couple of days.
Well, they still got it.
Yeah, like that's the word now. So now, you know, it's like when you turn on the lights and they roaches and shit. Motherfuckers stop for a second, they freeze, and then they scatter. So you might want to get down there for the Red Lobster. Get yourself some scrimpies because that shit gonna be gone. That whole restaurant is about to be gone. Now, I wonder if you go bankrupt, can another motherfucker just come by you and keep the business open?
They can buy it out. And
right? Because up until you file bankruptcy.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe somebody will save them.
Yo, because I think, though, there's one company that owns, like, Taco Bell, KFC. I forgot what the other restaurants is connected. Like, they can on that, and then they'll be part of that umbrella of restaurants.
Shout out to Hella Lace. Yo, thank God you could get the bread mix at the store. I'm saying though, when you get the bread mix at the store, it's dependent on now the buyer to make them biscuits the same way they are in the restaurant. And not everybody could do that.
Nah,
I've come to realize that.
Gotta use the right amount of butter, and you gotta follow that.
You gotta use the right amount, or else it's gotta come out just like it come out in the restaurant, piping hot. Where that motherfucker just falling apart. Not everybody could do that.
And if you gotta use milk, you gotta use whole milk. Can't use that 2% milk.
Yeah, facts.
That's the same thing like the mac and cheese. People try to use that skim milk. It's like, yo, why
the skim milk, and then they wondering why this shit look all chorreal. Like, come on, bro.
You're so stupid.
As well.
So you've been. Because you're also on the resale side of things.
Yeah.
So we'll start as the consumer. Because especially doing in New York and Florida, the camp outs. Because you've camped out for other sneakers, and then recently, like with the past couple of years, you've done trophy room twice, right?
So with the trophy room,
I'm talking about recent, like, so I know you was out there for the fives.
Yeah, nah. So no. So there's how it was. The trophy room ones, I definitely got from a credible source that I believe backdoored them. Okay, I can't confirm that. I can neither confirm nor deny. But I got 3 pairs that way, right? Then that was during the time where Marcus Jordan was trying to move the store from Disney Springs to downtown. Yeah. So then once they moved it downtown, they did an opening of the store. And the word was going around that they was going to have more pairs. Nobody knew if it was true, or at least the way that it was communicated to me, nobody knew. everybody was just taking a chance, right? And you talking about people taking a chance flying from New York and a whole bunch of different places. So the trophy room went down when they opened the store, and you were able to get on the line, and they had a bunch of sneakers that they were holding that was the inventory from Disney Springs. Remember, Disney Springs, they closed it down, and there still was a time lapse between when they closed down the first store and they opened the second store. The thing is that I'm pretty sure Marcus Jordan is still getting in sneakers. Right. So what he did was he re-released all the old ones, right? Oh. And it was to the point where people wanted to get them because they were still flippable. You know, right. people still racking up. Yeah. So it really was dependent on where you were in the line and at the moment you were there. What happened to me is that I was in the line. By the time it got to I think it was maybe 2 guys in front of me, they closed it down. They said, hey, we're going to refresh and put new stuff out. Now, for the majority of the day, every time they would close, because they would close the grate, restock, and then take more people in. People were coming out with different sneakers. Oh, I got this sneaker, I got that sneaker. But it was just like, damn, like anybody coming out with trophy rooms. I think they released a couple of pairs like towards the beginning. And then when it got, I think 2-3 people in front of me, they closed it down. They said, yo, we're going to restock it. And we're waiting there. We're looking, and you could see through the grate. They're bringing them out. So I got that pair for retail. Right. Yeah. So I got that pair for retail, and then I got 3 that weren't retail. I had to pay for them. I had to pay a pretty penny. Right. So that's that one. So I was in that line. Now for the 5, Jules, if you listening to this, okay, salute to Jules. And I love them. I love them boys, right? But this is one of them times I'd be like, fuck them kids, man. Okay? I told Jules early on in the day. Now, I should have left her ass. That's where I fucked up at. I should have left her. But I didn't. I waited till she got out of work. And I told her, yo, Jules.
Jamie TV, appreciate the membership. That's dope.
Salute. I told Jules, like, yo, bro, like, yo, we got to get down there. As soon as you got out of work, we got to go straight down there. There's pairs. Like, people are down there getting pairs. Okay? So Jules said, all right. I remember Jules stopped. We driving down there. She like, can I get some food for the boys so that they won't be hungry? And I'm like, but they not starving. All right? They're not starving. They could wait. You know what I mean? Let's get to the 5s. Oh, no, I want them boys. All right. I pulled that motherfucker over. We got them boys. What was that fucking stupid place? Steak and Shake. Right? I remember. Right? Every time they ask for steak and shake, I look at them with evil eyes. Like, y'all remember what happened? Right? We stopped at the Steak and Shake. We got there, and by the time we got there, them shits was gone, bro. The 5s was gone. And listen, motherfuckers was saying that at the end, Marcus Jordan sold so many that Higgins ain't have no more money. He ran Higgins off the block. Nobody had no more money, and he still had 5s, and he was giving them hoes out. Packs. Here, you want 3? Here, take 3. Here, you want 4? Take 4. That was for the 5, which is crazy because that's the one that be going for the most money.
Yeah, and what's
the
crazy?
5, I think the 5 still holds up well, right?
But for a while, they weren't moving for the high for a while. But now I think they're over $1,000 now.
They up there, they in the high, right? So that was the 5. So I missed the 5, right? When it came around, matter of fact, if I stand corrected, wasn't the 5 before the 1? Or was
5 was before the 1? Yeah, it was
the 5 was before the 1. Yeah, before that, it was the black 23.
Yeah,
with the gold stitching. That one bombed. But you couldn't even sell that for the retail. You had to sell it under retail. Now them hoes is high.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if motherfuckers just wait? Sometimes you just gotta be patient, Papa. You just gotta wait. You gotta be able to play that long game. If you could play the long game, then you really hitting. Because anybody that got 23s right now, they balling.
Yo, those
right? The 23s go for good money.
The 17s.
Yeah. So it was I believe 16, the 23, the 23, the 16, and then I believe it was the 5. And then I believe it was the 1, right? Then, and now the low top, fast forward to the other day, like I didn't win, right? But I went down there. I went down there just to scope the line and peep scene and was able to make something happen.
How's that compared to how it used to be back in the day? I know
no comparison whatsoever, only because to me, like I liked being outside, hanging out. That's really all we doing. We're not causing no problems. At the very least, maybe we smoking some weed, At the very least, maybe some guys is, throwing Dutches on the floor or making a mess in front of the store. That is a long way from being outside, committing crime, fucking off, being at, like back in the day when you was a young boy, there was no reason for you to be outside at night. You was just going to get in trouble, right? This was sort of like, oh, snap, I get to hang out for the sneakers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all the motherfuckers that I'm hanging out with, they like sneakers too. So we all just talking sneakers and just bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, the store opens. And that is what I fell in love with, the camp out. I was in love with the camp out. You know what I mean? Yes, the shoes were definitely a big part of that because now the shoe got a story.
Yeah.
Now, whenever I pull the shoe out, it's gonna hit that, oh shit, yo, I remember that that happened during that camp out weekend. And you know what I mean? Nowadays, all you could say is I got it off a sneakers app.
Yeah.
Listen, motherfucker's biggest highlight today is showing got him. That's your story.
Or that Foot Locker, the Foot Locker Reserve or whatever.
Yeah. So you post that on the gram, right? That's the fly shit for today. Got him. But back in the day, I would rather take the picture with all the other motherfuckers that I was with in front of the store, holding the sneakers. Some of these motherfuckers put the sneaker on. Some came for the purpose of other people. That's when I started realizing the Wonder Rock, the Wonder Stock got replaced by the buy 2 or 3, flip them, and then your pair is free.
Yep.
And I already know that that's going to work because there's never enough sneakers for everybody. There's always motherfuckers that come at the end and they got to do the walk of shame back to their car. So now all I got to do is make sure that I'm first.
Yep. If
I'm first, that means that I'm the first motherfucker to grab the sneakers. That means I'm the first motherfucker in the parking lot. I'm the first motherfucker selling my shoe. I'm the first mother recouping on the bread that I spent.
Yep.
And now guess what? My pair is free. And that's how I was able. That's when I realized I was no longer a consumer. I was starting to turn into a collector now, and I found an easy way to now get shoes at a faster pace.
Yeah. And instead of using your money for your collection, this is paying. Your shoes are free.
Now, don't get me wrong. I always fronted my own bread. I never took people's bread. Not at that time. That's not that, like, to me, taking people's bread for sneakers and then having to go camp out. I learned the hard way on the Bel Air 5s because I took pre-orders for like $500 and then I wasn't able to get no shoes. I got one shoe and I think I did 5 pre-orders. So imagine you got to get that money back and you don't make no money. Exactly. So the whole operation is a bust. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get to sell it for the 5, you don't even get the fucking sneakers. Then whatever time you wasted, however much money you wasted on, smoking and getting something to drink and get it. Yeah, you in the red. So I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? So I never really liked pre-ordering sneakers. To me, you pre-order the product that you control. That is why I do pre-orders on my t-shirts.
Right.
Because I can guarantee that every person that pays me for the pre-order, I'm going to fill the order.
Because it's like, okay, I got 40, and then we're going to go make 40. And then
bingo. Yes. So that's why I do the pre-orders on the t-shirts whenever I do any sort of merch. It's a pre-order.
And then you don't get stuck with anything either.
You don't get stuck with nothing. I've seen plenty of my homies. Yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start merch. I'm going to put out a tee. I got an idea, which let me tell you something. If you got an idea for a tee, bro, put that shit on the tee. And there's plenty of sites from eBay to Teespring, not Teespring. I believe the other one is Etsy.
Etsy.
If you got a nice design, you'd be surprised. Motherfuckers will buy it. You know what I'm saying? So at least with me, that's what it was about. Like, if you got a dope design, bang. All right, I'm willing to put it out. I'll put a mock-up. And if you want it and you trust me, which, hopefully by now, like, I feel like, come on. If you trust me, then you good. I'm going to take a pre-order. Right, I'm going to close it at a certain day so that I know that now I could contact my printer. Now, hey, if 40 people ordered, shit, I might order 45. Right, bang, I do the 40. I give them people their shirts. I order extra just in case the design is fucked up. I can replace it. Yeah. Right, and then whatever's left, I either keep. I do a giveaway, something to that nature. And shit, I went through it the other day, and I've got stacks on stacks and stacks of shirts that I've created. You know what I'm saying? Shirts that I've sold, and
Right.
you know, I was able to keep one and,
So you have
things
your
like
own
that, bro.
catalog, a historic catalog from the
For
first
real,
one.
I do have a full catalog of shirts that I've created.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So you've been one to have Nike clearance on lock, and you be in there first. You get first dibs of the sneakers. So compare that to the shift change during the pandemic. You know where you walk in there and now you see like a team of these young people scanning everything, and then you like, yo, what the hell's going on? So how was that transition to like, yo, Nike clearance is over with now?
I think it was if honestly, if I was to pinpoint a spot, it had to be the Galaxy phones, bro. The Galaxy phones was the first time that I've seen motherfuckers bring like their mom, their grandma, the kids, you know. There used to be a dude that used to wait in line with us, and I remember his kids being young and him telling them how to use the credit card so that they could count as a body to grab a pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So the Galaxy, like, that happened at the mall, and again, I'm seeing the shift change, and oh shit, there's like old people out here running around and shit like that, and you know, people are bringing extra people, and then that started to transition to the outlet. You know what I'm saying? And I remember even, you know, and in that entire time doing the outlet thing, I never did a team of people. You know what I mean? I never was one of them guys that had a bunch of people under me doing that. You know what I'm saying? I was always more so for myself. I'm a one-man show. I don't need, would I love to buy 10 pairs? Yeah, if they let me, but I don't need 10 pairs. I really only need to flip like 2 or 3 because I've got a other bunch of hustles that pay. You know what I'm saying? As far as the sneakers, it just has to do its part. It doesn't have to pay everything, you know? So I started seeing that at the outlet, and I used to be cool with this dude, and boy, he used to bring like 7, 8 motherfuckers with him, bro. You know? Now, don't get me wrong. He would lowball the shit out of them because they was his homies from his complex. So he would give them like $20. Yeah, $20. Yeah, $20.
Yeah.
Hey, $10. This, that, and a third. You know, just to hold a place in line. And then as soon as you go in, he's handing you cash and you paying for some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you see that shift right there, like, oh shit, motherfuckers are starting to bring extra people so that they could get more pairs. Now, the best part for me is that when that shift was happening, Nike ID was a big thing. Okay. So Nike ID being a big thing, really quick for the people that don't know, if you create a Nike ID and then you don't want it, they send it to clearance. Yeah, because they can't sell it. It's a what you call it? It's a custom. It's their version of a custom. They can't put it in a box and send it to Foot Locker and Foot Locker put it on the shelf.
Right.
They just don't do it that way. So if you make an ID and then you don't like it, which a lot of times, like for instance, this phone right here, the colors might be super bright. So I might be making the Nike ID on here, and then I send it to production, and when it comes, it's not the color that I thought it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the mixture of that, the mixture of people not paying for it, the mixture of credit cards declining, it created an influx in Nike IDs. They started sending them to the outlet, $39.99, and guess what? I don't need to pay fucking 10 motherfuckers in the line to get me pairs because they let you take 10 at a time. So me by myself, I could go in there, you know, if they open up at 9. By like, you know, by the end of the day, the first day of Nike IDs, I could have 40, 50, 60 IDs. Then what I started doing was I started going to the sneaker cons and selling them at the sneaker cons. And that little stretch right there, a beautiful time. Traveling once a month to a sneaker con, taking all my IDs with me.
And then dumping them.
And then making enough money to when I come back, I have re-up. I could go to the next Nike ID drop, rack up. Look for the next sneaker con. Where's he going to be? I'm going over there. And it was just the process. And bro, let me tell you something, that's when I saw the full potential of reselling.
Gosh.
You know what I'm saying? And not having to experience that I got 7 guys that I got to be paying attention to. They all got to have chairs. They all got to be sitting here. Eventually, all these motherfuckers are going to be hungry. You know, they're going to look to you, right? Why? Because they out there. They're out there because of you. Yo, Zaya, you going to give me something to eat? Imagine 7 motherfuckers. You gonna give me something to eat? Yo, you gonna give me something to eat? And then I gotta pay you too, you know. And then on top of that, you know, if I get all these shoes, you know, I still gotta hold them. You know, like don't get me wrong, like Nike IDs definitely did well, not well enough that I need to hire 10 people to do it.
Right.
You know, I don't need 100. I don't need 1,000 sneakers. You know, I just need to find the really dope ones. You know, you see a LeBron, you know a colorway that's gonna pop.
Yeah.
You know, you see a concept of a sneaker, an Air Force One, something. You know what I mean? And you look at it, you say, "Damn, that sneaker fly as fuck right there. I need that one." And that's what I specialized on.
That's how you got your Pendletons, right?
That's how I got my Pendletons. I just sold my Big Bang LeBrons that I had. That was a Nike ID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a bunch of stuff, a bunch of sneakers.
Yeah. So my brother, he went to Orlando. This had to be 2022 because my nephew was in a baseball tournament.
Yeah.
He went to Nike clearance. I don't know which outlet he went to. He was like, "Yo, there's like," he's like, "Yo, there's like 8." They were like between 18 and 22. He don't know if they was on Amazon. He was like, "Yo, they were scanning to see what was the best price at that time. Like it might have been Amazon. They were just filling orders. So when they scanned it, I was like, yo, how do you compete with that? You have to just find what works for you, like, because you're not gonna be the millionaire on resale when you balance everyone like that."
Yeah.
Thanks be best. So this is from the Aux pack. This is the MF Doom Yankee joint with off of Hat Club. I think this was like 2021, 2022, I think. But that's crazy because so now seeing what sneakers would be your core sneakers that you're not letting go of? Because I've slowly been no Diddy tapping. I'm in and out. When sneaker standards comes in, boom. My number one thing is the sneaker content. So I was like, I know there's like a core sneaker. So like, I know the Huxtables meant a lot to you, but would that be a shoe you let go? Because, or is that one of the core ones that stays in the special to ZayaX?
As much as I love the Huxtables, like the quality on the Huxtables wasn't really all that. Like I feel like that's another one of them instances where you be like, damn, they like it's almost like they made them to fall apart. The outsole like gets the heel drag the quickest. I've never seen an outsole get heel drag as quick as that sneaker does. Yeah, that gets it even faster. Like me, there's sneakers that I wear every fucking day that they don't get heel drag. There's other ones that the heel drag comes quick. Like the Huxtable definitely wouldn't be one of them, right? As much as I love the Huxtables, but if I'm talking about core sneaker, I'm definitely looking at the sneaker that I'm willing to wear every day. There are two. Jordan 3. Mm-hmm. That's it. I don't grab no other Jordans. I think I got the cherries, and salutes to the chat. The chat paid for the cherries for me. I appreciate them. So they bought it for me. Don't get me wrong. A sneaker I love, I'll wear it. But if I have to buy it, I'm spending my own money, I'm probably buying a Jordan 3. Right? Jordan 3 and the Yeezys. The 350s, yeah. So I got belugas. I got blue tints. My zebras, I have ran into the ground and they still going. All right. What other one? I have another one. I forget the other one off the top of the head. Oh, I got the frozen yellows, right? And then there's another one that sort of looked like the frozen yellow, but it was more like a brighter green. I have that one actually up for sale. I'm gonna pull it down. I'm gonna keep it because it's a size 12. Yeah. Okay. So the Yeezys, because I feel like, bro, them shit is comfortable. Like I wanna. That's how I wanna move now. Comfortable. Right. You know what I mean? All the time. To me, I'm working all day, every day.
Especially
right?
where you're at now.
Yeah, I want to be comfortable. And then, bro, I be going to the parks. Like, I be, like, don't get me wrong, we got like a fast pass and shit like that. But like, I still got to stand in line at some point. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to me, it's all about comfortability. To me, the most comfortable Jordan is the 3 and the 13. But I really go for the 3.
So one of the dopest things about when we met up, because like mad people hit me up. It was like, be the one that's, I said, yo. That's when I realized Zaya's a true sneakerhead, because he checked to see what was on feet, and he asked me about them because I had the MX 95s, the multicolored joint, the size 20 for 20s, and I remember what you had on. You had the Royalty 4s, and I was like, I haven't seen nobody rock those in a minute. I was like, I got
that, bro. I got them Royalty 4s for the low at a sneaker con, bro. The super low. I beat the hell out them hoes. Then I sold them on Whatnot to Tony. He bought them for like $4 or some dumb shit like that. Then he did a Whatnot and sold them for $90.
Shout out to Tony, bro.
You know what I mean? And the motherfuckers was fucked up. Like they were fucked up. And I'm like, what the heck? And I was like, damn, like you really be surprised. Like You know, like something that's simple. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was done with them royalty pours, and boy, he got $90. I was like, what the fuck? I said, bruh, so I still got the clip in my phone. I'm gonna post the clip on my Instagram after this, bro.
Yo, that's always crazy.
I still got that clip.
Yo, we need to get Tony to battle before he gets rid of a lot of his kicks.
Yo, for real. And the thing is, like,
make shoe contact before
he's a tough battler, in my opinion, only because like you can't necessarily guess what's in his collection because he gets seeded so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know if he kept it, if he got rid of it. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like his setup allows you to look at all his stuff.
Because he don't have the display.
He don't have that type of setup. You know what I mean? He got maybe a couple joints on the walls, but you know, he'll tell you that he got to go down to the second floor. He got to go down to the garage, like
the bedroom. Yeah. Because when he battled Joey, he was pulling some joints out. I was like, yo, he's like one of 5 people that got that shit.
Yeah, man.
So, like I know mad people know, but like long story short, what kicked off how cool you and Tony got?
I want to say the UAs, bro. The UAs. When I first met Tony, it was Tony, Bull, Rob. I want to say I met them first, and then later on is where you got the rest of the folks like Jersey and all them people. But the first person to ever reach out to me was Tony. And like back in the day, I did this video where the back then they used to just try to solicit you, right? The agents from across the water, right? And they would say, hey, you know, we want to send you shoes and stuff like that, and you do promo videos for us. And let me tell you something, like at that time, like they were paying. You know what I mean? When they first started, they were paying money for you to do the review on a sneaker, right? And you know, I wasn't fucking with it. I was stuck in that mindset where, you know, if it ain't authentic, then you know you're a loser. Like on that, like if you got some fakes on, nigga, like you a loser.
You a fake. Too.
Yeah, you a fake. You a phony. Your personality reflects your sneaker, because that's what I thought. I thought, damn, my sneaker represents me, who I am as my personality. Right. So if I look down and I see your shit is fake, then I'm like, damn, you a fake motherfucker. You probably tell all types of lies and shit. You know, deceitful like a mototherfucker, right? Because technically you trying to deceive me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to deceive me into making me think that you got it like that. Yeah, like I may have paid $500-600 for something, and here you come with the same sneaker, and you deceiving me. Yeah, because now I think we are the same mindset. Oh shit, I spent $500-600. He gotta have spent like $500-600, and the only acceptable answer is that you paid retail. That's the only other answer you could give. You either paid retail or you paid resale. And then when we get into the conversation about resale, who paid the most? But now there's a third option. What the fuck? Hold on, you ain't get it for retail? So you ain't pay resale? So what you did? You went across the water to the motherfuckers that make it for Nike and Jordan. How they know you? How they know you? How they know you to sell you a sneaker? You know what I mean? Like, how you selling the sneaker before Foot Locker? If I go to Foot Locker right now, they'll tell me that they got the sneakers in the back. If I tell them, yo, bring me out one, let me buy one, they're gonna say, absolutely not, we can't do that. So how the fuck the agents from fucking China? Who are you? Why do you get it? So that's the mentality I was on. You know what I'm saying? I was getting solicited, and it just got really annoying. So I said, all right, well, the only way to stop the solicitations is to offend. How do you get a motherfucker to leave you the fuck alone? You offend them.
That's a phone posit.
That's the phone posit. So I said, all right, cool. The next person that does it, I'm gonna accept, and I'm gonna tell them to send me the most ridiculous sneaker that they had on the catalog. It just so happened to be Jenny Loop. And when she said, oh, you go ahead, you win sneaker, I said, ooh, baby girl, I got you. Okay? So I said, all right, give me the website. Word. And when I went on there, it just so happened around that time was the Paranorman phones. And for the folks that know the Paranorman phones, you can't buy that. You have to win it. So you either won it or you paid resale, and the resale was thousands.
And it's still nasty.
Yes. So I definitely tried to get the sneaker. I didn't get the sneaker because remember, you had to submit a picture that made you look weird. You know, I definitely submitted a picture. I thought I looked weird. Then I came to find out that there was other motherfuckers that looked weirder than me.
Yeah, it wasn't weird enough.
It wasn't weird enough, right? So, and then so I looked on the website and they had paranormal phones. I said, how is this possible? Send me those.
Man said, say less.
I said, bro, there's no way. Listen, I set it up to where there was no way that I could give them a good review. Even if I was calling it down the middle, they were horrible. Now, here's the thing, right? Because I'm almost 100% that they had a picture of paranormal phones that looked good.
Yeah.
So my approach to the video was going to be, how is it that they selling them on the website if technically you got to win this sneaker? But by the time they came and I opened it up, it was totally different. It was a really bad pair. So the whole concept of, well, you can only get these if you win them was out the window.
Yeah, and
now it was like, no, look at all the obvious mistakes on this shoe right here, you know, and that's I went crazy on that. So long story short, that led to Tony reaching out to me. Okay. And at the time, Tony was, you know, he was fucking with the UAs and shit. Yeah. You know, him, Bold, Rob, a few other heads, right? From back then. Tony reached out and he said, yo, bro, like the concept and how you did that review, you were blown by the fact that there was so many mistakes. And I said, yeah. He said, well, I want to show you something different. I want to show you a UA sneaker. And the UA, and for the people that don't get this, the UA represents a time in the history of counterfeits where they could pass now.
Right.
Back in the day, they didn't pass. When you saw a motherfucker, you could, bro, everybody was an I legit checker back in the day. Everybody. Because it was obvious. You just looked down and said, bro, that's not it.
Yo, that color never came out.
That color never came out. That don't even look properly structured. The shit look crazy. It got a motherfucking Jordan doing a crossover.
Yo,
it was obvious.
You remember? It was like between 2001 and like 2004. The Jordan 11s, they were selling on eBay, mad different colors, like the white and blue. I'm like,
crazy, bro. And then back then, shit, imagine eBay. Let me tell you something. You know how many motherfucking counterfeit sneakers eBay probably moved? Hundreds, thousands, maybe, you know, not even realizing. But yeah, like, you know, so then that was the transition right there. And you know, Tony reaches out. He says, yo, bro, like, you know, I know you got a perspective on fake sneakers, right? But if you're willing to hear me out, I want to show you something different. And that's when he showed me the UAs. And again, the UAs are just the higher quality of a counterfeit. In some instances, so high quality that I could trick you if I wanted to.
What's good, Bane? Yeah, yo, they were deceiving. The good ones got people deceiving everybody now.
The good ones, you could deceive somebody, bro. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like my background of coming from New York always had me respecting money. Why? Because I seen motherfuckers get killed for less.
Yeah.
Right? So when you fuck with a person's money, people take that personal. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like, yo, you could do business either way. So whether you tell me, yo, Zaya, I'm looking for a sneaker, but I want it to be UA, you know, because I want to save some dollars, you know, that started giving me the respect that, you know, maybe the sneaker doesn't represent, maybe the UA on someone's sneaker doesn't necessarily mean that they fake and they phony. It just means that, bro, they either ain't got it or they don't want to have to cough up that type of money for that sneaker. Yeah. Why? Because the you know, the maker said that it's limited or some shit. You know, like they don't want to follow them rules. You know, listen, I've released merch shirts where motherfuckers have copied my shit.
I'm gonna be saying that too. Like they bought yours for 30 and they're selling this for 60.
Hello, you know what I mean? Bro, when I seen that shit, I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. A motherfucker bought it off my website for the 30. And then he went on some fucking and that's how I got my real the biggest break I ever got was off of one shirt, one specific design. And that's exactly how it happened. Someone bought it from me. And what it was is that they were pumping it in a Facebook group that was for motherfuckers in like Taiwan or some shit like that.
Oh.
Now, the thing is that the motherfuckers over there, they don't trust us to be buying stuff from us. And then what if we don't ship it? It's the same concept as us with them, that we don't like to ship out of country. Sometimes the addresses be fucked up and the package get lost. And then now I'm out of it. Because now that person's going to ask for a refund. They're going to get their refund. So what it was a middleman. someone that was willing to buy it from me and be the middleman for giving it to the person in Taiwan. And boy, oh boy, I moved thousands of shirts.
That's crazy.
Thousands.
Like,
All right. And then he was taking it 30 and flipping it for 65, 70. One time I seen a motherfucker sell my shit for $110. A shirt that I was selling for 30. I'm like, God damn.
Extra 80 on top, bro.
Extra 80 on top. And then don't get me wrong, I myself felt like Nike, like, damn, nigga, like that 80 should be in my pocket. But at the same time, I gotta respect the hustle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I made a whole lot of shitload of money. Why? Because that person was able to middleman my shit to somebody else. And that's when I really realized, oh shit, like sometimes you just gotta be the middleman. There's some instances where you don't even gotta be the main guy. You could just be the middleman.
Yeah. I'm still old school. Like I can't see spending retail for something that's not real, you know, fake shoe. I can't.
Well, this is what the problem was. It never used to be like that. It used to be where the UA was clearly below.
Yeah.
Right? Clearly below. The problem is the more people that start to go to the UA, the more the Chinaman can raise it. It's the same concept as Nike.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. Look, them KDs you were talking about before, when it was the KD1, I believe that shit was like $86. Then the KD2 was like $89.
Yeah.
Then it was $96. Then it was like $110. Then it was $140. And now it's like
$160 right now, right?
Now $160. So like every time they see that people, oh shit, people are buying it, just raise it a little bit more. Just raise it a little bit more. And that's why now UAs cost $215, $220, $230. I paid $250 for them fucking I think I paid $225 plus shipping and all that. It came out to like $250 for them the Yeezys, the Yeezy when he was with Nike, the one.
The other one?
The Yeezy one, I think is that Solar? No, he was calling it the Blink. The Blink.
The Yeezy Blink. Yeah,
when it was Blinks, yeah. You know what I mean? All dependent on the shoe and you know how many people are asking for it. And the thing is that a lot of people, bro, you gotta know that like with all the stores that there are, with all the sneakerheads that there are, with all the resellers that there are, bro, like there just ain't enough for everybody.
It's hard. It gets harder and harder to cop that shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong. It's easier for you to visually see. It's harder for you to get a pair though. And then when you go to an event or you go to a shop, they got boatloads of the sneaker. You got to ask yourself, you know, is it my lucky day or are these UAs? And the thing is, I think there's a lot of UAs mixed in out there.
I've always questioned that because it's like Sneaker Con is a perfect example. You mean to tell me that these same vendors got these same Jordan 1s that they sell out and then how you re-up? Jordan 1s aren't even made plentiful like that. That's like one of the least, like barely 80, 90,000 pairs. So how you at every sneaker event, big event, small
every sneaker event you go and it's always the hot sneaker. You could tell you go and it's table to table to table. They got boxes and boxes and boxes. And it's, you know, it's when you look at it from a perspective of like the dope game, you know what I mean? Like they don't sell straight dope. Why? Because they want to make more money. So what do? They cut it. When you get UAs, that's all they doing. They cutting that dope, that sneaker dope. You know, they might have 10 legit pairs, but they got 30 UA pairs. They mix them in. You know, now they feel good. The person out there wants a sneaker. Now you got a fucking UA in your motherfucking drop front, and you don't even know.
So my nephew's in the chat, right? Carolina Gears. That's my nephew Q. He can tell you. I've always said it. We're in South Carolina, bro. We don't get that many kicks out here. Like it's mad hard to get just a GR, right? Because like in New York, there's Foot Locker everywhere. Boom, you know, within from 34th Street to 42nd, there might be 8 Foot Lockers, right? Yeah. And this, from east to west, you got maybe 8, right? Yo, there's 5 Foot Lockers between where I live and Skinny live. That's 120 miles, bro. you know, round trip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, and 4 of them are in the city he lives in. So there's 5, but the 4 of them are in the city he lives in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like it's saturated in one area and then barely in another.
And then you got all these resale shops. Come on, we're in South Carolina, bro. You're not telling me There's
Bro,
not.
there's a lot of retail shops that have popped up in years.
Enough. Not enough retail pairs here for all these shops.
There's not even enough retail pairs for the customers that are standing at the Foot Locker. What makes you think that they, you know? And then where do you think that homeboy with the sneaker shop gets his? You know?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like backdooring definitely exists, but not to the point where it can sustain a whole nother business.
Yeah, exactly. He said they back doing everything. Yeah, but I mean, it's the money game now. So
it's definitely a money game. You know what I mean? Imagine you and don't get me wrong. Like I've seen that, man. You know what I mean? I've been a part of that. You know, I did that on Concords. I think the first retro of the Concords. You know, I was part of a thing that bought a store. You know, so it exists. I want to say maybe 2011. I think so.
Yeah, I think 09 was a Space Jam in 09. So 2000.
09 was a Space Jam. The reason I know is because that was the first sneaker that I recorded on a video. That was my first review, that one. And it wasn't supposed to be a review. The thing is, I used to take pictures of my sneakers and I would have it on my laptop. And the thing is that, you know, and not to go there, but I'm a porn connoisseur, right? So you know that if you're watching porn on the motherfucking laptop, you're going to catch a virus. Right. So I would catch viruses and then you would take the shit down to the computer shop and then motherfuckers talking about you got to pay $100 to get the fucking hard drive back. And then I would do that. And then one time I did it. I paid the $100 and the nigga came back and he said, oh, shit, I was able to retrieve the hard drive, but, you know, there wasn't much on it. And when I looked, most of the shit was deleted. So I was just like, damn, bro, all them pictures that I took of them sneakers, they all gone now. I ain't got no sort of record of all the sneakers that I've bought in my life, you know? So I was like, damn, what the fuck do I do? And as I'm saying that, someone suggested to me, yo, you ever heard of YouTube? You should check out the platform YouTube. You could just upload it as a video. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, I was like, well, you know, because at that time, I'm not thinking there's a whole world out there of motherfuckers that collect sneakers. So I'm like, that seemed kind of dumb for me to just be uploading videos of my sneakers. And the person said, well, you don't got to show everybody. You could just keep the videos on private. And I said, oh, okay, well, then I'll do that. And that's what I did. I created the video. I even threw in my own little pizzazz. Like ever since I was a young boy, bro, I've always talked to myself, right? Kind of like boosting myself up. I'm the kid boosting himself up in the mirror, you know, but not necessarily boosting, but sort of like interviewing myself, right? I used to play ball in the backyard. I used to go, you know, I watch the NBA game. I go down to the courts. I play ball. I come home after the shower. I get in the mirror like, so, you know, Victor, how you feel about today's game? Well, I felt like this, I did that. So I just mimicked that when I was talking about my shoes. Yeah. I mimicked it. I made it into a video. I uploaded and I forgot that you got to put it on private. I thought it just uploaded as private. So that just the thing is, no, you got to put it on private. I uploaded it. I came back a couple of days later. That motherfucker had a couple of views on it, and there's people in the chat, in the comments. Right. Yo, that's a dope vid. Yo, those sneakers are fire. Yo, this, yo, that. And I was just like, oh shit, there's other motherfuckers that be talking about sneakers.
So we used
oh
to be
shit,
weird.
Hold on, let me make another video. I took the video, I put it up. Same shit. I'm sitting there waiting for comments. Oh shit, look, these are new comments. These are new people. And from there, it took off.
So yeah, having mad sneakers used to be the weird thing. Dad, you got mad sneakers for what? Not everybody. That's the thing now. It's like a true fact. Like the past 4 years, it's like thing. So
it was good times though, bro. Like shit, I don't regret none of it.
Nah. So like on the last one, because I used to work at Macy's right there on 34th. I was a Nike specialist, and then they had the Foot Action right across the street. So when there was a release, I used to speak to managers like, "Yo, can I work the night shift Friday night? I'll be one of the first ones in line for the midnight release."
Nice.
So, and then it's crazy because it's like, I'll be talking to Matt for the win, Bundy, and it's like, yo, how many times have we probably passed each other at these different joints?
You never know, bro. Like in all the years, you probably are passing each other, but your paths haven't aligned.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you hear some of the same stories, like, yo, we probably, or like even like on, House of Hoop, I was like, yo, there had to be a time where I was greedy or whoever I collect. I know I probably. Or even
it's like a movie when they give the angle where somebody's coming out the store and they turn the corner and then they show the angle of the other person turning the corner and going into the store. It probably is just like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know we just passing each other in life, but the connection is the sneakers.
Yeah. What did it say? Best show when you're high. Oh, they're talking. Since COVID passed, everything's sitting on shelves. Yeah, everything don't sell for the high anymore.
Yeah.
I think Jordan 1's probably took the biggest hit because we used to be able, no matter what colorway, you used to be able to flip for $300-$400.
Yeah, nah, them days is over, bro. Well, I don't want to say they over, like, fashion definitely has a way of reintroducing itself. So, I feel like the generation of the resale reflects our generation when we used to get robbed for sneakers. That's how serious it is. Like back in the day, we got robbed for sneakers. If you didn't have it like that, like you better be careful walking around certain places. Like people will just run up on you and tell you to take off your sneakers. Yeah. I feel like fashion reintroducing it was the resale game, where now motherfuckers go and they could get a bunch of pairs and they could flip a bunch of pairs and make money, but you still got to be careful. Like, I've heard of several times where motherfuckers had a camp out line and, the D-boy is eyeballing the camp out line. Why? Because he know a bunch of them motherfuckers got money on them.
The bread for the cake, yo.
Then from there, because it used to be where motherfuckers had it all in cash. Then you start realizing, oh shit, a motherfucker could rob you for all this cash. Well, I ain't gonna bring the cash, but I'm gonna give me a bank card. Now I got my bank card. Now I can keep swiping. Yep. Like what a motherfucker gonna do? They're gonna rob you for the whole bank card and everything. They gotta bring you with the bank card.
Yeah, for
So that shit ends up going down, but it was a hell of a time, bro.
Yeah, for real. Like you see people now. You even said it like, yo, what's your sneaker story? Because everything digital.
Everything digital now. The only way you can stun on me is by saying got him. And technically, I could just copy your shit and repost it.
Yep, and don't even have to.
So I can front. I don't even got to show you the sneaker. Like most times, a hicker will show you the got him, and they will never show you the sneaker.
Yeah.
Right? Because you post it right after you win, but then by the time you get it, you too busy posting another got him.
Another got him. They're like, yo, show me where you saw it says purchase. Like you got to prove everything now.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, back for me, it was fucking, showing it. Yeah. Showing it on camera. You had it, it physically. Because let me tell you something, like nowadays, like you could get a content creator and they could have access to a shop, right? And they could be just doing reviews out of the shop. Hey, let me borrow the sneaker. I'll do the review. I bring the sneaker back. Like back when I started doing YouTube, that was the ultimate no-no. You could not be reviewing a sneaker and you didn't own it. It wasn't yours. You could get exposed for that.
Oh.
Yeah, like when I first started doing like YouTube and sneakers, that was a thing. Within that sneaker community, at least the people that I knew, you would get exposed. So I was always making sure that I put in the work to go get the shoe from the store.
And whoever got home first got the video up first.
Motherfuckers would rush. You'd be camping out the whole night. You might look groggy as a motherfucker in your review, but you got to get it out quick. Yeah. Quick.
Damn.
It was fun though, bro. It was fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was stressful. It was definitely stressful. It definitely was really fun. Like I would kill to go back and just be in a good solid release month where all we doing is camping.
Those are good old days, bro.
Yeah.
And you see, and then it's not even with like sneakers or sporting events. Like when me and my son go to wrestling events, you got people, you watch it live, but they want to record it and watch it through their phone.
Yeah,
it was good, Amy Nicole.
Shit, I found myself doing that same thing, bro. It's more about capturing the moment to show other people that you captured it
instead of living in it.
Except living in it. Now I get it from both sides, right? Because I definitely understand, like, live the moment. So the way that I can suggest for people to do it is when you record, don't put the camera in front of your face. Do like this. You know what I'm saying? Record it, but enjoy it. Look at it.
Yeah.
You look at what's going on and just keep this phone right here and record, because you are really missing it. You really just posting it for someone else's enjoyment. You're not really enjoying it yourself. So that's I try to do that. You know what I mean? If I'm recording anything, I definitely want my audience, the people that fuck with me and follow me, I want them to see what I'm seeing. But at the same time, I don't want to see it like you see it.
Exactly.
Because that's where I'm winning. That's where I win, because I get to see it in real life.
Yep.
You're going to be second because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a clip. You're going to see it, but I need to see it in real life.
That's me. Even when I'm at my son's game, when I'm recording, yo, I'm never like this.
Yeah.
So like, I can see it here. So if after hey, you holding the bat wrong, correct.
Yeah, and definitely capture the moment because you could turn those into teachable moments.
Yeah.
Where you could tell him that, hey, look, you see how you had the bat? Even a highlight. Oh shit, boy, I caught your highlight.
But the father moment is like the proud dad moment is me watching it, not watching it on the
exactly.
It's not, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. It's funny. Don made a shot the other day, and it just so happened Jules recorded. She caught that moment, and now Bond, look, that boy, like, yo, you see my shot, right? Go ahead, play it again, so you can see my form. You know what I mean? So that's it's always good to be able to capture those experiences, those times, especially now. Because I feel like growing up in the 90s, we didn't have the technology to capture it ourselves. We had to watch it on the TV, a network showing us. Now, each one of us is a small network.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, I know you can't do your dirty dozen, but what 12 dope sneakers around you would you?
12 dope sneakers.
Yeah.
Get it, man. Okay, let me see. All right, let me see. Let's see. I guess I'll just leave y'all here and I'll grab each one. All right. Straight off the top, Nike SB. All right. Shout out to Jules. These bad boys right here. Nice. I still do not own a pair. I'm hoping that little by little they go down in price, and I'm able to get them for a good price. Eventually, I will grab these. And when I do grab them, I'll wear them. Okay. I definitely, ever since she's got these, I've been a little jelly. Right. So number one, right? Bang. Okay. Anybody that knows, you know. Okay. To me, one of the dopest. Matter of fact, I retract that. This is the dopest sneaker on a female's foot. Okay. I'm talking about my size 7, my 6.5, my 6, my 5.5, my 5, maybe even to the 4. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see you like in the 3 where the fucking shape looks mad weird right here. Yeah. I want to see you in the GS. Okay. If you are white, clarita, trigueñita, right? Even if you charcoal, baby girl. Okay. If you got these on and everything else on you is looking decent, I feel like this ups the value. The same concept as red hair. You could take the bummest bitch and you could put red hair on her and she's fly. Same concept with this sneaker, okay? All right. These, because like I said, I beat them to the holy hell. So they do represent a sneaker that I wear to this day. It is my beater, but it comes in a little size because it's Jules' pair, okay? The zebras, right? Zebras, 1,000%. Okay, that's 3. I want to shout out these as well. For a long time, I collected a bunch of these. This was like, I want to say this consumed me for about like 2-3 years. Shout out to OG Edwin, all right? Once told me, I'm looking at your collection. It's an amazing collection. This one I had like 300. I'm like, boy, what you think about the collection? He like, yo, this shit's amazing, but it lacks substance. I said, what? What are you talking about? He said, bro, you got a bunch of dope sneakers, but you got a bunch of fillers. You don't have anything that makes you a genuine collector. Focus on one thing and try to accumulate as many of them as possible. And I said, all right, bang. I did 2 years, and it was this sneaker. All right, the CB94.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I got a bunch of CB94s that I spent like, the 2 years hunting. Right. I would still do pickup releases, but this is how I was showing, oh shit, let me add some substance to my collection, which is something specific, and you have a bunch of them. So there's a bunch of people that collect Jordan 1s. There's a bunch of people that collect specific Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Same concept, just with this sneaker. All right, bada bing. So that is 4. Where I'm at right here. Shout out to Jules for allowing me to use her sneakers. Okay, when these sneakers came out, I was absolutely blown away. Okay, absolutely blown away. I didn't get any of the pairs, not because I didn't want to, but because I struck out And then by the time I struck out, unfortunately, as a sneakerhead, you move on to the next thing. All right. You're never happy. So it fell out of me wanting to get them because I was still focused on getting other stuff. And it's these joints right here. Air Force Ones.
Oh, yeah.
The skeleton joints. All right. Shout out to Jules. Jules has the purple pair. Jules has the orange pair. And she's got the black pair. All right.
She don't got the white pair yet.
She don't got the white pair. She got the other three though. Okay. So this will count as one though. Right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get it right over here. We're gonna keep it moving. Okay. I gotta bring Nike SB up in here. Okay. I've owned this sneaker 3 different times. 3 different times I've sold them, never wearing them. Sad, bro. So sad, bro. How I can have such a dope sneaker 3 different times and never wear them. Nike SB Dog Walkers.
Dog Walkers, those are tough.
Okay. With the motherfucking Sparky on the back. Okay. The shit stain on the bottom. Right? The dog print. Okay. Now, for the people that know, if you know, you know. All right. The little baggie for the caca, right? But the thing is that it's a 420 release with the stash pocket, right? So technically it's supposed to be Dog Walker the weed. But so that they can make it into a sellable product, they made Dog Walker being a dog, like as if you're actually walking a dog. Right? So that one. All right. Let me see. Here we are. Right? Bada bing. Nike's basketball, 90s basketball. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you 2 colorways. To me, the dopest colorways because it's one of the original colorways. And then one of the, and I believe this was an original colorway too, but when you see it, you'll see it. It's sort of like when you have like a home, then you have an away, and then you have the alternate colorway. Yeah. And that is the up-tempos, man.
Tempo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the original colorway being this one. All right, and then one of the alternate colorways being this one. But remember, this is the away, and then they had a white version of this, which was the home. Right. And then I think this is an original colorway that they had back in the day. If I'm not correct, is it this one?
I think
if not, y'all know what I mean, man.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
The motherfucking up tempos right there. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe Jules had a bunch over here that I wanted. Where is it at? Right here. Okay. All right. If I'm talking Jordan 3s, I'm talking cool grays.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. To me, it just gives me that remembrance of the time when motherfuckers would be outside in the gray sweats. All right. There was like a period there where gray was like my shit. I remember gray sweats. I remember gray sneakers. I remember I used to wear this brand back in the day. It used to be called Mecca, right? They had some of the dopest Mecca. Yeah. Some of the it's just like it's as if every design that they had, for some reason they had like a gray version. Yeah. And I was just so stuck in the gray that I was just buying gray. So these right here. Okay. If I had to represent 3s. Now, I don't want to repeat any J's because I'm going to tell you definitely that the 3s is my all-time favorite sneaker. Right? Bang. But I do want to give y'all another J. Okay? Bang. And again, OG colorway is what takes it all, and that is the motherfucking foes, man. Brett Foes, man. Okay? Brett Foes. The only other sneaker, again, like I said, the 3 is my favorite, right? But my second favorite is the 4. Right, the 4 is also my first Jordan ever. The first Jordan I ever had was the 4. Okay, bang! But it was a white cements.
I was about to ask which colorway.
Yeah, I had the white cements first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know I had another one that I seen. Where they at, Jules? Where they at? Bada bing, bada bing. There they are. Yes, sir. Again, one of the most comfortablest sneakers, like I said before, behind the 3 is the Jordan 13. And to me, the best colorway in the 13, hands down. Another sneaker that just looks so good on a small foot. And that's the 13s, the Flints.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite silhouettes.
Yeah, the Flints are just badass, bro. Huh? Love these. Now, I love Jordan 3s, 4s. Matter of fact, I'll start at the 1. As much as I love Nike SBs, I don't like the 1. I don't know why. Okay? I don't like the 1. The 2 is atrocious.
Absolutely, I agree.
The 3 is the leader of them all. The 4 is the next one. Okay? To me, Jordan should have started at the 3. 3 and 4, best ones. All right? 5, I don't fuck with. The 6, I don't fuck with. The 7, hell no. The 8 is only saved because it has a strap. The 9 it's starting to get better. The 10 is fire because it has the accomplishments on the bottom.
Right.
The 11 is overhyped. The 12 is fire. The 13 is fire. And then Jordans don't count after that.
You don't mess with the 14s either, bro?
Negative. All right. Salute to all y'all boys that give the respect past the 13. Okay, my nigga? I don't. All right. Jordans are 1 through 13. That's it. All right. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct. Nope. I got 2 more. Definitely got 2 more. Is it this one? Let's see this one. Hold on. Want to make sure because I pulled out a few, but I know which ones I want to represent. All right, got it. And then this one is okay. All right. One of the dopest concepts of Nike SB, right? Dopest sneakers. And the sneaker that I once shouted out, right? And showed it so much love on Instagram that the designer himself commented on the picture. Okay? This was long ago. And that's the Brain Rex. Todd Bertrude, okay, responsible for the majority of your 420s and a host of other sneakers. He made the Brain Wreck. Okay, the reason I like this one so much is because of the concept. All right, Brain Wreck. You can see from the insole that it is a brain crashing into a lamppost, right, with a little question mark. Right. Another dope feature about the sneaker, the inner liner looks like a brain.
I remember when you showed those in the trap tournament.
Yeah. So these, one of the most fire Nike SBs. On top of that, again, this is a sneaker that Jules got just for reselling purposes. But as far as me, I wanted to pick out at least sneakers that I know that I owned. Right. I either owned them, I either wore them. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not considering resale on my end. But I own these, and I recently just flipped them. So they're gone. And they come with the, it's got like that candy, that cotton candy type feel, where it's got the pink and then the blue. Amazing sneaker, bro. Okay, so that's number 11, right? And then one of my favorites, right? So I've owned this sneaker multiple times. This was the first time I had seen something like this. It made for a great YouTube video. I had fun doing it. So all around, it has a bunch of checkpoints on this, right? And that is the Cheech and Chong's.
Tough.
Right? The reason I say that, this was the first time that I seen Nike allow you to customize something on your own. They give you the sneaker, right? This entire panel right here comes off. Okay, all this comes off. Underneath it, it's sort of like a green, furry material, sort of like a tribute to weed. It's supposed to be weed. This is supposed to, obviously y'all know Cheech and Chong, right? But this is supposed to be like Bible paper. You know what they say? Like, what do you call that?
The wrap.
Not a wrap, not a blunt. The little paper, the joint paper.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be joint paper. You know what I mean? And then on the back, you got this one. That this is one of them, and then this is the other guy, right? with the bandana. Now, this one, I was a little scared when this came out. I ain't even going to front because I said I definitely don't want to come off as I'm blood.
Right, yeah.
You know, I remember back in the day, I got pressed at school. And luckily that I was cool with the person that I was cool with the friend of the person that was pressing me, and it didn't go nowhere. But I remember buying or getting gifted a Wu-Tang shirt with a big Wu-Tang bird on it. So like I thought I was the man because back then Wu-Tang was popping. The problem was the shirt was completely red. And that was at the time where motherfuckers was getting initiated. You didn't get initiated by getting beat up. You got initiated by slashing somebody's face.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I was scared. So like next time around is when these sneakers came out that I was like, damn, I hope when I'm wearing these, I hope that I'm not giving off the impression that I'm part of a gang and I don't get shot. All right. But Nike SB, Cheech and Chong's, again, a sneaker I've owned many times over. And one time at least, I actually did the cutting of this myself. That was when I was heavy YouTube mode. Yeah. When these came out, I remember sitting outside my apartment on a bench. And, you know, there was a bunch of people that were telling you how to do it. Oh, you should, you know, cut it and put a lighter to it. I was trying to light up the edges and shit to make it look like it was burnt and smoked and shit like that. But amazing sneaker, bro. All right. And again, a 420 release, stash pocket, right? And if I remember correctly, I think Todd Bertrude was part of this one as well. I think. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But he's usually involved in most of the 420 sneakers.
Fire.
And that is my, what'd you call it? Dirty Dozen?
Dirty Dozen.
Dirty Dozen, man. Okay. Shout out to Jules for allowing me to use her sneakers.
So who you got any battles lined up for the HBL?
Any battles? I took off this weekend because I'll be doing some stuff. I'm busy this weekend. But next weekend we right back at it. I believe that I have a matchup, but I don't believe that I have confirmed it. So I don't want to speak beforehand. So I just got to confirm it, and then I'll have a battle for, I believe it's the 27th. Let me see where we're at in date. Does that land next weekend? Yeah, it lands next Saturday. So I do have something for the 27th. I just got to make sure that I confirm the person. That is, I know one of the people. I just don't know the other person.
Yo, and one of the key things I left off is that for those that don't know, Zaya was the first captain for the first East team.
Come on, man.
And I am the second captain for the East team.
Nice. History, baby.
And I think like even me and Chilltown said it, even when we, you know, he even says when he goes live, he's like, yo, those East-West matches can never be duplicated. Like,
nah, never. That's when, bro, that's when it was just like logistically hard, you know, because you had to get, you know, a lot of people on one screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just that legit, you know, all of us have, you know, our own personalities. All of us have our own, you know, things that we have going in life. So to be able to get that many people on the same page and everybody functioning together, that right there is a blessing.
Yeah. It goes to show your sneakers bring people together. It doesn't have to always be drama, even though it's going to happen.
Even with the drama, bro, there's a reason there's a reason that we all kind of know each other, and really it is the sneakers. The sneakers is kind of what built everything else.
Facts. Now that's when I was going down that rabbit hole and just, you know, Skinny, Zaya, Tony, Bull. I'm like, so and then also it's a little bragging rights that you know, I appreciate it as well. You let me be one of the first judges.
On the HBL?
First couple. Yeah.
There we go, man. Salutes.
And I paid the price. I never forget that. I remember I think I was talking to Bane after the battle. I was like, I gotta be at work in 2 hours, bro. I ain't gonna go to sleep.
Boy. You know what I learned though? I learned from that. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of fuck shit involved that pushed those matches far, right? Because people clapping points and shit like that. But a lot of it had to do with extra conversation.
Yeah.
You know, and I realize that now because like I make it a point, stop talking unless it's like it's got to be like a really good clip, you know, or the guys are not in a rush, right? Yeah. But if you know, if the guys are not talking, let's move it. Let's keep it moving. Bang. As soon as they get back, let's bang, show us the sneakers and then go find the next sneaker and then let's get to the conversation. And you'll be surprised. Like, I feel like I've been able to kind of trim a lot of time down to where it's not long matches anymore. Don't get me wrong. You're still looking at like a solid, you definitely going to be there no less than 2.5 hours.
Right.
You know, like that's already, you know,
when the deductions come in, you're going to be.
Exactly. But always remember that that's the problem. The longer you there, either one or two things is happening. Either there's too much, what I like to call barbershop talk, where the barber is talking and you like, nigga, cut my hair, nigga, I got to get out of here. Right? Meaning, yo, Zaya, can we get the round going so we could go look for the next sneaker? So there's either too much barbershop talk going, you know, or y'all making money. All right. There's only two reasons why a match should be long. Okay. Either too much barbershop talk or too much money is coming in. Okay. Because that means that they're taking points away. You got to do extra rounds and shit like that. You got to show more sneakers. When you see a battle that has 30 rounds, 40 rounds, more than likely it's going to pay out well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's going long. You know, more questions are coming in. They might deduct the point. They might, you know what I mean, here and there. You know, so for the most part though, but shit, I think one of the battles, I believe, is Bundy and I Collect.
Yeah.
It's like 12 hours.
I Collect was, he was shaking because he hasn't eaten. He didn't eat since like lunchtime.
It's like fucking 12 hours, bro. Holy shit. You know, 12 hours of fucking barbershop talk, sneakers, deductions, people pissed. Judges had to leave. I believe we had to replace judges.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was crazy, bro. But it's a hell of an experience, though. You know, I never regret any of it. I definitely have.
That's what I tell people. Like, from like battles I've helped format or part of the Mahado League. Like, you know, people say, "Oh, Mahado stole from Zaya." Well, you know, Zaya took what worked from here and what worked over there, and he added to it, and then he molded this. Yeah. So then, you know, some of us took what worked from that, and then, you know, eliminate this, do this, and then we have this. So if you don't borrow, or somebody create the foundation somewhere, and you just build from there. It's like, yo,
the good thing, at least the good thing for me was that, and salute to the Mojado, but the way I used to see it was that the catalyst for it was Sneaker Jacks, you, and Mello. And although I don't have no issue. Mello still may not, you know, fuck with me like that, right? And that's perfectly fine. As a man, he's entitled to that, right? But to see it being run by Sneaker Jacks, you, and Mello, like, I'm okay with that. Like, and if it ever came out wrong, then I apologize. But I don't think ever I went on to say, "Oh, fuck them motherfuckers! They stole my whole format. Fuck them." No. Because it was y'all and I fucked with y'all, you know what I mean? I just knew that the majority of the people that are helping to keep this going don't fuck with me.
Right.
And I understand that.
You never mix it too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna trash the Battle League. You know what I mean? Because to me, the people that are fucking with the Battle League aren't people that I fucked with. Yeah. So if they took something from it, on top of that, it was successful, then I'm happy, bro. You know what I mean?
So like you did a short live, and you brought it up, and your exact words was, you know, that was the next step. They did what I didn't see doing, having multiple channels instead of me.
Exactly. I told you that was smart to broadcast it on multiple channels instead of it waiting to go to one guy and you really waiting for this guy to make it happen. Nah, fuck it. We should have multiple channels where you spread it around.
Because I'm quite sure you had battles that you was like, yo, I can't host all these right now. And
bruh, 1000%. Like and back then, I think we was doing battles every day. It was the new thing, so everybody wanted to do it. Yeah. And bruh, for every battle that I did, I turned one away. You know, I turned one away and said, let me try to move you to another date because I already got one here. Or this one I think is going to be best because remember, my shit was still based around drama. Fuck shit. You know? So, in all honesty, salutes to the battlers. Like I appreciate all of y'all and I love y'all. But technically, I got to go with the guy that gets booed. I got to go with the guy the motherfuckers want to talk shit about.
Right.
You know? All right, cool. You got a great sneaker collection, but are motherfuckers going to want to troll you? Are they going to talk shit to you? And quite frankly, if they talk shit to you, that's like a plus in my book. You know what I mean? Like, I want to work with you more than I want to work with the guy with the amazing sneaker collection, because technically mine is still based off fuck shit.
Because that led to Bundy versus I Collect.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that niggas was just like talking shit to each other, you know, because then, you know, again, me is different. I'm looking at the match a different type of way. But now them, they trying to get bragging rights, bro, which they should. Like, motherfuckers got sneakers, they competing now. Everybody want to be the best. I don't think nobody goes into the fucking sneaker battle like, whoa, I can't wait for this L.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you go in, even if your opponent is better than you, you trying to knock his fucking head off. The bragging rights, yeah. I would love to have the bragging rights to say, all right, well, I Collect over there got all them sneakers, but I beat him with the little bit that I got.
Yeah.
Why? Because I can answer the question better. I got a better all around quality sneakers. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was gunning for bragging rights.
They want to be the best on the basketball court. There's the same competitive nature.
Same concept, bro. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers go down to the park to play. Everybody want to win, bro. Nobody goes to the park and says, man, I can't wait for these L's. Everybody goes to win, bro. No matter what team you on, they could give you all the bums and you like, we gonna figure this shit out because we trying to win.
Word, exactly.
The whole concept of sports in general is to win. It's not supposed to be second place. It's not supposed to be the second guy, the third guy. It's the first guy, the winner, the top guy. And salute to I Collect, because he's still the top guy by a long shot. He put the work in early to the point where other motherfuckers can't catch up. They're gonna catch up at some point.
But they're gonna say,
but he gave himself a real a real big lead. Yeah, it's like a big lead. Now you coasting. You don't even need to feel like you have to come defend something or some shit, because the next guy is behind you by like 10 battles or more. Bundy's now my number 2 battler. He just went up on the day that he beat G Money for in the SWAT. He also went into second place. So now it's I Collect and G Money. Oh no, sorry, it's I Collect and Bundy.
Yeah.
My top 2 battlers.
That's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you up anymore, bro. But yo, I truly appreciate you being a guest here on East Coast TV episode 3, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for involving me, man. I'm always down to come back whenever.
Yeah. One thing I learned, because even I give Tony a hard time about it, but he's like, and that's another thing you said on a live. Like, I remember like the key when you give advice, you talk from experience. He's like, yo, the people that would mess stuff up would be the people in the chat that have wrenches.
Yeah.
So I kind of fixed it, because people.
The wrenches is cool, but like it becomes too. Like I always say, bro. It's like the MySpace days, bro. When you had the top 8. Oh my god! And you moved the motherfucker to a nigga that you fuck with went from like 3 to 5. Like, you would have to, like, motherfucker be calling you like, yo, bro, what the fuck going on? You just moved me from 3 to 5. What's going on? Are we beefing? And it's like, yo, bro, it's not that we beefing, but like I put someone else on my friends list. I'm saying, but why they before me? That's what ends up happening with the wrenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, the wrenches start, and then the thing is that like you can really do that yourself. The only time you need a wrench is like when you're getting spammed a lot, when a motherfucker come in, and a lot of times that doesn't really happen like that. So the wrenches just complicates things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but now we got
salute to all the people that do have wrenches and stuff like that. I just don't believe in them. Like, and for me, I got to be like really fair. I've got to think of stuff in a very fair way so that everyone feels equal.
Right. Yo, episode 3 in the books.
Salute, man.
Man, appreciate you, bro.
Of course, man. Anytime, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. Till next time, we got episode 4 next Friday at 9 p.m. We got another dope, another great collector to show off some of his shoes. Till then.
Nice. I'm a tap in, bro. Definitely 100.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Lutz.